You're binge-watching your favorite show. The hero just delivered a killer line. And then, bam, 3 seconds of silence vanish. No fight, no laugh, just gone. Your brain didn't even flinch. But the computer, it noticed. So how does Netflix know precisely when to cut the boring parts? Here's the secret. It's not magic. It's a tiny brain in a box, a silence detection model that's watching you watch the screen. Let's start with the audio. When an actor pauses, the sound drops to 0 decibels, like this, 0 dB. It's a flat line, no music, no dialogue, just silence. Think of it like a ruler, measuring how loud the show is at every moment. 0 means nothing. But here's the catch. Not all silences are equal. Some are dramatic, like a villain's evil grin. Others are just the actor taking a breath. Netflix's silence detection model has to tell them apart. How? By measuring your focus. It's like a teacher watching the class. When heads droop, attention drops. The model does the same thing, except it's watching your eyes, not your head. Here's how the model works. It turns your watching into a long list of numbers. Each number is a focus score, a number from 0.0 to 1.0. 0 means you're totally distracted, scrolling your phone. 1 means you're locked in. For example, here's a 6-second silence split into 3 2-second chunks. The scores might look like this: 0.9, 0.7, 0.3. The model has a simple rule. If a chunk's focus score drops below 0.5, it cuts it out. Why 0.5? Because that's the point where most people start to lose focus. So let's apply the rule to our example. The first chunk is 0.9, you're still paying attention. The second is 0.7, you're starting to drift. The third is 0.3, you're fully distracted. The model cuts the third chunk. The silence shrinks from 6 seconds to 4 seconds. Now let's try a real example. Imagine a 10-second silence split into 5 2-second chunks. The focus scores might look like this: 0.8, 0.7, 0.6, 0.4, 0.2. The model checks each score. The first 3 chunks are above 0.5. Keep them. The last 2 are below. Cut them. The silence shrinks from 10 seconds to 6 seconds. That's 4 seconds gone. Just like that. But wait, how does the model know your focus score? It doesn't read your mind. Instead, it uses a tiny neural network, a tiny brain in a box, that's been trained on real human data. The network looks at the audio and predicts how focused a viewer would be during that silence. It's like a fortune teller, but for focus. And the fortune teller is really good at its job. Here's the cool part. The neural network doesn't just look at the silence, it looks at the context. The 10 seconds before and after the silence. This is called the context window. Think of it like a 10-second memory for the computer. It helps the model know if the silence is dramatic or just a breath. Let's see this in action. Here's a dramatic pause. A villain takes a breath, the music swells, and your focus score is 0.95. The model sees the high score and keeps the silence. No cut, the drama stays intact. But what if the villain's pause is 8 seconds long? The model splits it into 4 2-second chunks. The scores might look like this: 0.8, 0.7, 0.6, 0.4. The first 3 chunks are above 0.5. Keep them. The last chunk is below. Cut it. The silence shrinks from 8 seconds to 6 seconds. The scene feels rushed, but the model didn't intend to ruin the mood. It just followed its rule. This is the trade-off. The model is great at trimming boring silences, but it doesn't understand drama, humor, or emotion. It just matches human attention spans. Sometimes it gets it wrong, but most of the time it gets it just right. Here's the code that does this. It's a simple loop that checks each focus score. If the score is below 0.5, it cuts that chunk. Let's walk through it step by step. We'll use our 10-second silence example with scores: 0.8, 0.7, 0.6, 0.4, 0.2. The loop checks the first score. 0.8, it's above 0.5, keep it. Second score, 0.7, also above, keep it. Third score, 0.6, still above, keep it. Fourth score, 0.4. Below 0.5, cut it. Fifth score, 0.2. Below 0.5, cut it. The final silence is 6 seconds long. The model did its job. 3 seconds gone, just like that. But here's the thing. The model doesn't invent these rules. It learns them from real human data. Netflix watched thousands of viewers and recorded when they tuned out. Then it trained the model to mimic those patterns. It's not creative. It's not artistic. It's just math. So next time your show skips a beat, you'll know. It's not Netflix being creative. It's just the model deleting the parts where you'd scroll away. And that's the real magic, not the cut, but the math behind it. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next episode of AI in real life. Each one cracks open one everyday mystery, no fluff, just real intuition. And who knows? Next time, we might crack open how Netflix recommends your next binge.